Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday the 3rd of April today, 2022, and this is Flosstube number 107. I have touched 6 projects this week. It's been a really good week, even though I've had one focus piece, which last week was the first week of having a focus piece, so to speak. The week before it was just that it was inadvertently my focus piece, but I actually chose one for this past week and it was pandemic, so that one's got quite a lot done on it this week. Riley's done some stitching with me too, so he's colour completed one colour. I've got one piece of haul. Kelly's had a finish too, that's exciting. I'll share a picture of that with you shortly. And then obviously at the end I'm going to pick another focus project for next week. I'll spin the wheel. But other than that, I hope you're all well. I hope you've had an amazing weekend so far. Mine's been really good, really quiet. Kelly's has been exciting. She received her Lapman frame. I've got one in a case, them burgundy cases, the Lapman frames. She ordered one. She asked for my opinion about the big floor standing frames and the Lapman. And I said the Lapman would be better for her because it's easier to take off your lap and put it back on again. And just the floor stand, unless you've got one of those where the legs lean in, it just sits against the edge of the sofa and it can be a little bit awkward to reach, I think. I've never had one, but you know, I know someone who did, and she used to prop it up on her foot so it would tilt and lean more towards her so she could use it easily. So her frame, I don't know if it arrived the day before yesterday, but she sent me a picture of it. And I just kind of texted her this morning going through how she needs to set it all up and what the bits are for. And she was set up before dinner and I've only heard from her once since then, and she's done quite a lot. So anyway, I'm just waffling now, so I'm just going to jump straight in and show you. I'm going to start with Riley's first though, just because he has colour completed. He hasn't done much this week, but he has finished a colour, and the rest of the week he just didn't feel like it, so I'm not going to push him on it. But anyway, it was his Yoda piece. And it's in his Among Us bag, and he's got his needle threader thing clipped to the top, so he always knows where it is. Do you know what? It's not even in his bag, it's in his frame. Hold please. Do you know what? I knew as soon as I switched the camera on there'd be something I forget. There is, like most weeks. But anyway, I've got it now, so. He has colour completed the 310, and it looks amazing. He whizzed through this after last weekend. I think I showed it you and he was up here. And he whizzed through. He finished all this section. I think there was a few up here he hadn't done as well, but they're done now. This is on 11 count, I believe. And it's 3/1. But he's loving it, absolutely loving it. He just hasn't felt himself the past few days. He has started the 939, which is this section. I don't know if you can tell. The sun's glaring. Yeah, the 939 starts up here. So he's done all that block as well. So I think he wants to colour complete as he goes, because he really enjoyed doing the 310. And when he'd finished, he was well pleased with himself. So that's looking good. I've now got to put that back in the frame because he'll only moan at me. Do that when I'm finished. So yeah, that's Riley's. So I'm well proud. Well proud. Hopefully he carries it on. So the first thing I've touched this week, well no, it's the main thing I've touched this week, is my Long Dog Samplers Pandemic. And since choosing to change things around and have a focus piece for the week and then touch whatever else I like as I go along, has worked really well for me this week. You'll see the difference because I'll put up a picture before, obviously. And oh no, my magnet's flipped. Thank you. There we go. This is where I am at now, and I have done 2,652 stitches. So it looks fantastic. I'm trying to think what I'd done. I think the bottom half of this deer looking thing here, this leaf, this, and all of this diamond shape there, and then over here the deer again, the bird that matches this one, and here. But I was on it every second I could. I'm surprised I got anything else out and done, because I was just fascinated with just doing this, watching it, the little details come to life as you, because I was putting in the back stitch as I stitched. I know I did something, yeah, on this bird right here, this bird here. I was doing the back stitch as I stitched, because this is on 22 count, 1/1. So back stitch is easy as you're going, because you're using one strand anyway. But thoroughly enjoyed having a focus piece, so I am going to do the same again next week. So I've got my spinner ready for the end of the video. Helps if I get it the right way. The next piece I touched this week was Pig Stitch Gamer Cell, the pixels that made us. And if you remember, if you're new, I'm stitching it twice because I have 2 kids that really like it. So I aimed for one. My oldest son, he's not my eldest, but my oldest son at home, he's 16, and it's cross stitch doesn't really appeal to him, so finding a piece that he liked has been a mission. And it just so happened when I was watching Pam from Stitchin in the Land of Good Enough, she pulled out her piece, and Tyler was by me at the time, and he said, I like that. So of course that was it, I had to get it. But then when Riley saw it, he said, I like that too. So I'm stitching them simultaneously. So I'll work a section on one, and then I'll jump across and work the exact same section on the second one. I'll only put up one picture of where they were before, because they were in exactly the same place. There's no point in putting up 2. But I will show you them both together. And I've been working on the A next. And I think I was up here the last time you guys saw it. So what I've actually done is I've colour completed the 310 in the letter A, both on this one and on that one. So now I've just got to fill in all the colour on both of those. These are both on 18 count 2/1 full cross. I haven't done the back stitch either in the G. There's a little bit of back stitch in the G, and I haven't done it yet, so I've done it. The next piece I touched, I need to put that away, I'm rushing, is my Temperature Butterflies piece by the Stitchin Mummy on Etsy. Let me just pop these away. I'll put that back in the frame later. Whoops, don't zip the fabric, that would not be a good idea. Yeah, Temperature Butterflies. Now, if you're new, I'm stitching 2 of these as well. I'm a sucker for punishment, I swear. The first one is for the year I was born, which is 1977, and the second one is for this year, 2022, so we can kind of have a comparison, and you can kind of see how the weathers are different. So this is my birth year, and we've just started into April. Started off pretty cold in 1977, and it didn't really get warm. We haven't touched any of the yellows yet, which is, I think, is sort of 18, 19 degrees. We haven't got that high yet. This is on 40 count Newcastle Silvery Moon, and it's 2/2. So that's 1977, and this one is for 2022. Now you can see the massive difference. We actually started to get into the yellows here, which is 18, 19 degrees. But then as we got to the end, the temperature started to drop, and we've gone back into the blues, which is really weird because the week before we had such a warm week, and then it's dropped again. This one is on 36 count platinum, 2/2. but they are looking fabulous. Let me just put them on. Okay. Now, the next thing I worked on, and I haven't touched this in a while just because I needed to order threads and I kept forgetting every time I ordered threads that I needed some for this one. Oh, I need to pull that off. There we go. And that. And it is, helps if I get the chart out and show you, doesn't it? This one, which is my mum, when she was going through her cancer treatment. But she didn't like a picture taken, so this was quite a rarity. She absolutely hated her photo being taken. Anyway, this is stitched on 20 count, 2 over 1 full cross. And this is where we are at now. Push that up. I jumped across. This is like background. I wasn't so fussed. I wanted to actually get a start on her head because I was a bit worried about the colours because this looks quite dark now. It is a dark brown. But I wanted to get a good start on her head in case I've done all this and then I decide I'm not happy with it. But, I mean, it's all gridded, so I know how big it's going to be. Gridded the whole thing.
Make that yourself.
Yes. So it's only going to go down to there, and it's only, you know, that wide, so we'll see. I'll keep going on it and just see what happens. I'm going to trust the process, as they say. Right. That's that one. I'll move this over here to stop the crinkle near you guys. But I had a new start this week, which I completely forgot to say. And it is upside down. My Ariel Disney Princess piece, the silhouette. This is stitched on 11 count. Now I had a bit of an accident. When I did the unboxing the other day, I pulled out 2 pens, and they're fabric pens, and I said it was a fantastic idea. Only when I put it all back in the bag, I wasn't careful. And when I went to get it out day before yesterday, I'd actually knocked one of the lids off the pens and it soaked into the fabric. So I just run a bit of water over it and it's pulled it down, but it shouldn't make any difference anyway because it's it's full coverage, so it's not going to matter. So I've just started in this corner with all the black, and boy is there a lot of black. I knew that when I chose it, but yeah. I have made the suggestion to Ermine, who's the lady who I'm in touch with via email, about the chart, because if I can get this even remotely close enough, the symbols can be a little hard to read because the chart is so small. Yeah, it won't even focus. So I have made the suggestion that while I might be able to do it because I said I could focus in on it, take a picture of it and make it larger and print it off. But that hasn't worked out. It's not picking up the symbols so well, so I'm using my magnifier at the moment to try and see the symbols, and we're going to see how that goes. Anyway, the last thing I've touched this week is another one of the, this is an older kit. I got this one a while ago and Ellie said she was going to stitch it, and it is Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. So cute. Obviously there'll be a picture where it was the last time you saw it because it has been a little while, but I did get it out this past week, and this is where we are at now. I think last time all that was done was just like, yeah, it is all 310. No, it's not 310, it's 939. Yep, it's 939. That was all that was done, just like the outline. Yeah, it's his eye. Sorry, I'm looking at the picture. That was all. So I filled in like the white patch, the little white patches in his eyes, they're filled in. I've gone up and round with this blue. I've even gone down here which is sort of his outline coming down from his face. This is on 14 count, 2 over 2, no 2 over 1, 2 over 2, that would be huge stitches. But I've been enjoying this. I don't think Ellie's going to get round to it again, so I said I'd do it. And this was a stamped kit, but Ellie decided she didn't want to work on it as a stamped, so I washed it off for her, and I think that's when she kind of lost the urge to stitch on it. So I'm doing it now, so it stays in the key snap because I just pick it up at random times. We'll leave that there. That's it stitching wise. I haven't really done much else this week, but I am going to do the wheel and see what it picks out for me this week. My goodness, you can see my projects on the chair, look. I am going to spin it with you guys. I apologise about the glare and the sun and everything else. You know, there's only so much I can do. So we're going to spin and see what we come up with for the focus this week. Oh, do you know what? I was wishing it was that earlier on. It is my Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Heaven and Earth Designs. So that is going to be the focus piece, and I've actually been going through my slices. It won't let me remove them unless it's landed on it, so I had to spin it a few times last week to get the Disney villains to pop up so I could remove it, because I've already done a week on that, and I took Pandemic off as well. So now I'm going to hide the fairy tale piece, as that's this week coming. So eventually when I kind of get low enough, I will just go back and put them all back in again. I don't know, I might go down to the last one. We'll see. But that's it. I think that's everything. No, it's not. My haul. I did a thing. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday night. I didn't check my emails until something like 11:15 of an evening, and there was an email in there saying that HAED were having a 50% off till midnight. So boy did I jump on there real quick, because I've always liked Mandy Manzano's artwork, and I found this, and it was reduced by 50%, so it cost me £7.58 I think for this. She is gorgeous. Who doesn't love Mandy Manzano's work? She has got others as well, which I'm going to get round to purchasing at some point, because they are just so beautiful. It's called Make a Wish and Take a Bite. Just the colours in it. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Do you know what? I never did put a picture in of Kelly's finish either. So she finished the first piece, which was In This House We Do Disney, which I'll put a picture of the finish in here. And then she got me to kit her up another one, and I forget what it's called. But I don't think she looked at it properly, because when I purchased it and wrapped it to her, she put it into pattern keeper and she sent me a picture and went, oh my gosh, this is huge. Ever After. There's not a cover picture, I remember now. I'll put a cover picture in here because I know I have one. But she chose a second one. She's now put that into her Lapman frame. She put up and put together this morning, and she's well away on it. So I'll put a picture in of what the new one is that she's doing. I think it's called Ever After. I don't imagine it'll be that long before she finishes it, and I have said to her, you need to get another one, because she finished the first one a few days prior, and then she kept texting me, I'm bored. So she picked one, and I said, no, now you've got it and you're working on it, find another one that is going to be ready and kitted up for when you finished this one, because I don't think she likes to work on multiple different projects. So she said she'll never be as bad as me. I said, we'll see. She did say she actually understands now why I have so many on the go, but she said she won't do that. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Links to all of my projects are in the description box below, just in case you would like to go and check them out. Links to my social media, my PayPal. Any donations made to me via PayPal, by the way, they go straight back into my cross stitching, and they are so greatly appreciated. But that's it. So enjoy what's left of your weekend, guys. Have an amazing week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.